Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in the previous session, sorry about yesterday. Today we are looking at the Atma Swarupa from the second Adhyaya. So there are few slokas where there is a it's talk about the Atma Swarupa and the qualities and the symptoms of Atma. So we are supposed not to call like qualities, but there are few descriptions or features elaborated by Sri Krishna to Arjuna. We will look into that. And after that, what is the yoga and what is the karma sukausalam, and also how we can be detached from our work even though we are doing that work. Okay, these all things we are going to look at. These slokas are very important. Be mindful about them. Okay. The first one
Okay.
is the Atma Swarupa. So what kind of Atma it is? The sloka 16th takes place. Nasato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate satah, ubhayorapi drushtantah, vanayostattvadarshibhi. So what it means, excuse me, so so the unreal has no existence, the real never cease to be. So whatever is the seer, the truth concludes the same about the nature of the both. And after that, there is a sloka saying that Natvevaham Jatunasam Natvam Neme Janadipaha Nachaiva na Bhavishyamaha Sarve Vayamatah Param. What it means, never there was a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings and kingdoms, nor in the future shall all us cease to be. So what it says at this sloka, so if you think that after 100 years you are going to pass away, no, you are there before, you are going to be in the future, you are right now. There is no that kind of cessation. And how this is possible means, dehe dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavanam jara. So in the same way, like from the childhood, we are transforming to the adulthood and adulthood to the old age. The same way, the Atman, the soul is changing one shape to the another shape or one rupa to the another rupa. And so here here saying matras means tanmatras. मात्रा स्पर्शास्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखदाः आगमापायिनो नित्याः तां तिरीक्षस्व भारत. What is matra? Tamatra means tanmatras. What are the tanmatras? These are the subtle form of the senses. Like that, eye is the sense organ, vision is the tasya matra. That means that the sense, the quality of the sense only. The sense objects and senses. So here what it's saying, matra sparshastu kaunteya sitoshna sukha dukkadaha. When these are tanmatras through the sense object, when the senses through the sense object reaches to the vishaya bhoga vastu, that means the objects of senses, then that releases the sitoshna sukha dukkadaha. Like it, we may feel like it's a sita, that is the cold, ushna, that is the hot, sukha, which is pleasure, dukkha, which is not pleasure. These all things are agama payino anityaha. These all things are will come and go. Those are the anityaha, which is not permanent. Tam titikshasva bharata. So you have to be uh, have to have that kind of mindset, uh, performing the samyama of these temporary things. Whatever it is there, it is not permanent. This movement is not permanent. That kind of knowledge given by this sloka. And यं हि न वेदयन्त्येते पुरुषं पुरुषर्षभ समदुःखः सुखधीरा सोमृता क्षम्यताम् समदुःखः सुखं धीरं सोऽमृतत्वाय कल्पते. So whoever that man, whoever sees that these matras and the tentativeness of these things, he will become the one he is able to understand this kind of temporariness in each and every moment, then he has the eligibility for the liberation. And after that, and there is a famous sloka, nasato vidyate bhavo na bhavo vidyate satah ubhayorapi drushtontah stvanayosthatva So there is a sat and asat. So when you think of there is a sat, the sat cannot be asat anytime. When you think of asat, the asat cannot be sat anytime. So the Tattvadarshini, the one who is having that wisdom to see the truth, he can see distinctively what is Sat and what is Asat. And if you go to the sloka 70, Avinashitu tadviddi ena sarvamidam tadam vinasham avveyasya na kaschit kartum arhati. Avinasi tatu tadviddi. So you have to know that whatever that is there, that ultimate one, that is the Avinashi, which is we cannot be, it is indestructible. And ena sarvam idam tadam. So all the universe is pervaded by that one thing, but it is cannot be destructed or destroyed. And vinasam avyayasya na kaschit kartum arhati. No one can cause a destruction of this ultimate soul. So whatever it is, idam tadam means it's all pervasive thing or sarva vyapi. That kind of form never be avinashi, and as that kind of thing you cannot do anything to you cannot do anything to harm it. That is the vinasham avyayasya na kaschit kartum arhati. So what is the intendedness of this body comes here. Antavanta ime deha nityashoktaha sharirinah anashino apremeyasya tasmadudyasva bharata. So you have to do this battle, Arjuna. Why? Because these bodies are antavantah ime deha means perishable, which is not nitya. What are the not nitya? These bodies, sharirinaha. Anashino apremeyasya tasmadudyasva bharata. These are all this kind of temporary thing. So don't think about that. The sat is whatever the sat is there, it is already there. It will be there. It will be there in the future. It is now and it was there in the past. ययेनं वेत्ति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते. So if a person thinks that the whatever the soul is there, evam vetti hantaram yaschainam manyate hadam. If the soul is killing someone or someone is killing the soul, ubhau tau the vijaneto nayam hanti nahanyate. Both are in that kind of in the ignorance. So he does not, the soul does not kill anyone, or the soul does not kill it by anyone. So if someone thinks that both are possible, or any one of this thing is possible, both are in the field of ajnana. So what kind of atma is there? The qualities or symptoms, whatever the features, whatever you may call, you have to remember this sloka. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते शरीरे. न जायते means he never be born. Mriyate, once the thing which is not born, how can it be dead, right? Died. Va kadachit. Nayam, naya, na, ayam means this, na, bhutva bhavita vada bhuya. It's not here in the present. It's not going to be in the future. It's not in the past. Ajo, which is the aja, means does not have the ja. Ja means born, I mean birth. Aja means there is no birth. Nityaha means it is there for every time. And Shashvatoyam also it's there. Nityam means always. Shashvatoyam means from the beginning. It cannot be destroyed. And Purana means it is there. It has the legacy. And na hanyate hanyamane sarire. So the sarira which is going to be destroyed or demolished, even the sarira is going to be demolished. The sarira going to demolish this. This atma cannot be demolished. That is the meaning of this sloka. Veda vinashanam nityam yayenam ajamavyayam kadam sa purushah parda kam ghatayati hantikam. So you have to know the one which is avinashi, the one which is nityam, The one which does not have the birth, the one does not have any vyaya, that is, what is called vyaya? I don't know really. So vyaya means which is, we can take something, it will, I have 100 rupees. If I buy something, I for 50 rupees, the 50 rupees vyaya I have done. That kind of thing, something lacking. So that cannot be possible. So that kind of purusha, kam ghatayati hantikam. How it can be killed someone, or how it can be killed by someone. So this is the question asking Sri Krishna to Arjuna. So how this body will changing from one place to another place? There is an example giving. Vamsansi jirnani yatha vihaya navani gruhnani narvoparani तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्ण अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि. So vasamsi जीर्णानि यथा vihaya. So when the clothes are getting older, teared down, we are changing and wearing the new clothes. In the same way, when this body is getting older and when the muscles are getting the jirna, then that time what it is happening? It is changing from one body to the another body, the soul. Okay. Next one is nainam chindanti sastrani, nainam dahati pavakah, nachain, oh, nachainam kledayantyapo, nasoshayati marutah. So that kind of soul, what the soul is doing? The soul is changing one body to the another body when it is required, right? So that kind of soul cannot be uh, cannot any weapon share the soul. Nainam chindanti sastra. Nainam dahati pavakah. Pavakah means agni, the fire. Any fire cannot burn the soul. Nainam nachainam kledayanti apaha. Apaha means water. No water can clean the kledanam nama, so wet. And nasoshayati marutah. Even the maruta cannot be dried that soul. So what it means? It's not meaning like it's going to pierce, it's going to shed the soul, it's not burning. It's not like that. It's saying that it's beyond the Panchamahabhutas. Whatever the soul is there, it's beyond the Panchamahabhutas. If any question forms that, they may ask the order, they may ask the how many Panchamahabhutas involved in this sloka, or they may ask the question means sloka number, any type of thing. It's up to that question paper setter's mindset. It depends on what kind of question can be framed out of this sloka. Astu, and next, achedyo ayama adahyo adahyoyam akledyoyam asoshyam. So again he is concluded. So after elaborating some topic, the good teacher, what he will do or what she will do, she will do that kind of brief summary thing. And again, Sri Krishna is a good teacher. He is briefing to Sri Krishna, sorry, Arjuna, Sri Krishna, oh, sorry. Sri Krishna briefing to the Arjuna about, so whatever the soul is there, it is a achedya. We cannot pierce or shred that atma. Adahyoyam, you cannot burn that atma. Akledam, ayam akledoyam. So you cannot wet that atma. Asoshyam, now you cannot dry that atma. What kind of that atma is? Nityah sarvagatah sthanuh achaloyam sanatanaha. So that atma has nityah, permanent, sarvagatah. He is spreaded everywhere. Sthanuh, even though he is spreaded everywhere, but he is very stable. Achalam, he cannot move. Means if something is everywhere, so where if we are moving from one place to another place, means we are not there in that place earlier. In the same way, if the Atma is the Achalam, Sthanuhu, Sarvagataha. Sarvagataha means it is everywhere. So the thing which is everywhere cannot, no need to move from one place to another place. Why? Because it is already there and everywhere. And avyaktoyamachintyoyam avikaram uchyate tasmadevam viditvainam nanusochitam arhasi. So the soul is spoken as invisible, avyaktoyam. So chintayat means shrunot. No, listen to me. Avyaktam, avyaktam means, vyaktam means which is visible. Avyaktam means which is invisible. Right? Avyaktam, achintyam. So what we chintyam means we cannot we are able to think about that. We can able to imagine about that. Like it is something like that, something like this. So whenever our imagination reaches to something means which is already we through our sense organs we are already able to see it somewhere else or heard about that thing or we sense about that thing, then only we are able to get that kind of visualization and imagination. Without touching by the matras we cannot visualize anything, right? But here the atma is the kind of person first thing is which is invisible, we cannot see them, and inconvincible, we cannot convince that this is only the Atma. Why? Because it is beyond that our Pancha Mahabhuta or Pancha Tanmatra. Avyaktam, Avikarya. Vikara means Parivartanam. Parivartanam means changing to one form to the another form. So Atma cannot change its form. So it is unchangeable. That is avikaro. Ayamuchyate. That is known as the Atma. What is the qualities of Atma? If they given to you, like it is avyaktam, which is invisible, achindyam, which is inconvincible. We cannot convince anyone or not even ourselves. Avikaryoyam means which is unchangeable. So, tasmadevam viditvainam nanusochitam arhasi. That's why knowing this, you should not grave for this body. Go and fight. That's what Sri Krishna is saying here to Arjuna. अदचैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतं तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैवं सोचितुम् अर्हसि. अथ चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे. So, even though if you are, however, you are thinking that the self is subject to the constant birth and death. So, if you are thinking that this birth and death cycle is there, the soul is getting born and getting died. So, even though you should not worry. Why? Because जातस्य हि ध्रुवो हि मृत्युः ध्रुवं जन्म मृतस्य च तस्मात् परिहारार्थे न त्वं सोचितुम् अर्हसि. If you think that the soul has this form of life and death, so after death there is definitely a life. Jatasya hi dhruvo hi mrityuh. Whatever mrityum jatam, that means whatever is dead, definitely it is going to take another life. That's why you don't have to you know be sorrow for this body or for sorrow for this battle. Avyaktaadini bhutani vyaktamadhyani bharata avyaktanidhananyeva tatra ka paridevana. So avyaktadini bhutani, what it is saying, right? Avyaktadini bhutani, whatever the bhutas that we are saying that are coming out from the avyakta. Avyakta means which is first in the beginning, it is in the form of very subtle. We cannot see all these bhuta. And vyakta madhyani bharata, and these are coming in the middle. In the middle only we are able to see them. Avyakta nidhananyeva. Even nidhanam means at the death, after death. Again, it is going to be the avyakta, that to the subtle form where we cannot see. Tatra ka paridevana. So then what is to worry? So initially it is coming from the avyakta, in the middle only it is appearing to be the present, after that after death, it is going to be again to the avyakta from where it is came, right? So what is there to, worry about? Excuse me. And after that, there is a sloka saying that, so these are all the Atma qualities. Some people says that Ascharyavat Pasyati Kaschidena. So someone saying that Atma is like this and this how it feels, their experience and all. Some people says that, so they will surprisingly surprisingly look at that, okay, is that okay, like that. And Ascharyavat Vadati Thadaiva Chanyaha. Anya Jana means another people, Bahu amazingly they are talk about that. And Ascharyavatmanyah Shrunote. So Kechana Janaha means some other people, whatever they are seeing, whatever listening about the Atma, they are very surprisingly listen to that. Shrutva yenam vedana chaiva kasyati. Even They are very interested to know about the Atma. They are surprisingly amazed about the qualities of Atma and they are listening to it. Even though these are, I mean, they are doing these three, there is no use. Why? Because they are not able to get what the real Atma is. That is the meaning of this sloka. And देहे नित्यमवध्योऽयं देहे सर्वस्य भारत तस्मात् सर्वभूतानि न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि देहि nityamavadhyoyam dehe sarvasya bharata. So whatever the dehi means the soul. Dehe means in this body. Okay. So this dehi nityam avadhyoyam. This dehi, what are the qualities of dehi? He is a permanent and he is immortal. And where he resides within this body. Dehe sarvasya bharata. Within this body. Only my body or your body? No. Sarvasya body. In all bodies. Tasmat sarvani bhutani natvam sochitum arhasi. That's why you should not worry about the soul. Why? Because he is everywhere in every bhuta, even in the Panchamahabhuta Trigunas also. By knowing this, as we talking about the Trigunas, by knowing this, what you have to do, त्रैगुण्य विषया वेद निस्त्रैगुण्यो भवार्जुन निर्वन्द्यो नित्यसत्त्वस्थो क्षेम आत्मवान् पुनः त्रैगुण्य विषया वेद निस्त्रैगुण्यो भवार्जुन निर्द्वन्द्वो नित्यसत्त्वस्थो क्षेम आत्मवान्. What it saying? First, Traigunya Vishaya Veda. First, you have to know about Triguna Vishaya. What are the Trigunas? Sattva, Raja, Tamoguna. What are their qualities? What kind of work they will do? First, you have to know about all. This Traigunyo Bhavarchana. So, once you know that, you have to be cross these Triguna. You have to come to that neutral state of these Trigunas. And Nirdvando Nitya Sattvasto. When you come to that state, Nirdvandvo Tatra. So, there you cannot see any dvandvas. What are the dvandvas? One is the good, another is bad. One is the Ushna, another is Sita. One is the happy, means Sukha, another is Sukha. Whatever the pair of opposites are there, that is the Nirdvand. Nitya Sattvastu. Whatever the Nitya Satta Vastu. Whatever the Nitya, eternal, all pervading thing, whatever it is there, Niryogakshema Atmavan. So by knowing this Atma, you will become like Niryogakshema. You do not care much about these physical entities. How you don't care about the physical entities? There is a given example, right? Yavanardavudapane sarvatah slamplutodake तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्राह्मणस्य विजानतः यावानर्ध उदपाने सर्वतः संप्लुतोदके. So how it is like that, right? When you have a small pond near you or a well near you and you are able to drink about that water and you can satisfy your hunger and thirst. And why do you think about all the rivers around you, right? In the same way, if you are happy by yourself by knowing the trigunas and crossing over the trigunas, why you worry about all other things? In the same way, this is the example. The Parisloka Nama, what it is? The above sloka. And so, see, how these are connected. All these slokas are interconnected. So, if you look at the, excuse me, if you look at the sloka 30, it's talk about the Deha is impermanent. Dehi means the soul is the permanent. He resides within the body. So, not only in your body, it is in every other body, every body. So, by knowing this, you do not fear about, so you cannot grief about anything. And after that, he is going to a little inside. He talk about the trigunas. So you have to know trigunas. Once you know very well, then only you are able to cross that thing, right? So when you cross the trigunas, you don't have that dvandvas like a pair of opposites. Then you will be there at whatever is the nitya sattva sthanuhu, and that thing is what it is. That is atma. So here he is giving the example. When we learn something with example, it will be sit in our mind. So the same way, to the disciple Arjuna, Guru Sri Krishna giving an example of, if you have a well within your compound, you will drinking the water and giving satisfying your hunger and thirst. Why you think about all the that things? In the same way, the main thing, the soul is within your body. If you come to know about that thing, there is nothing else to run to other places to look for the atma or that soul. That is example given here. And so after that, so here's the sloka about the karma. Karmanyevad, bahu famous sloka means. It's a very famous sloka. Uh, excuse me. कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्म फलहेतुर्भूः मा ते संगोऽस्ति कर्मणि. What it's saying, it's very famous. Still, we have to go through that. Karmani ev adhikara te. So only you have that adhikara on the karma. The karma means action. Ma phaleshu kadachana. So not about the rewards of that action. Ma karma phala heturbhuhu. So never be to that point. Don't expect result. Just by uh, for the sake of result, don't do any work. Mate sangosh karmani. So you have to do that work with a detachment. So why it is yogastha kuru karmani? Again, there is a connection. In the previous sloka, it is 47. You have to remember this sloka numbers 2 for the important popular sloka. In the 47, it is said that karma, about the karma. You have to do the karma without any, phala about that. And you have to do the karma with a detachment. Don't expect anything back. If it is come, then take it. If it doesn't come, just leave it. And again, following sloka, yogastaha kuru karmani. So, karmanyeva adhikarasi. That kind of karma, how you have to perform? First, you have to be there in that yoga. Sangam tyakva dhananjaya. Then you have to be there. Sangha means the interest, a point of asakti. Sangam tyakva dhananjaya. Siddhi, asiddhi. Siddhi means success, asiddhi means failure. Siddhi siddho samo bhutva. Both things, siddhi and asiddhi, you have to take it as a samam, means equal. Samatvam yoga uchite. When you are able to take these two things, siddhi, asiddhi, success and failure in equal tone, that state of samatva, the balance, is known as yoga. So first we have to do the karma by detachment. So whatever it is, a siddhi or asiddhi, success or failure, so you have to take it as an equal. That kind of balance is known as yoga. That's what 48 is. What 49 talks about? Durena hyevaram karma buddhi yoga dhananjaya buddhau sharanamanvischa krupanaha phalahetava. So here saying that who are that buddhi people, the one person having buddhi, how they will think. The one person doesn't have that buddhi, what the people is to fall. So the person who is expecting the phala all the time, he is known to be as a krupanaha. So this there is no wonder if they might frame the question krupanaha. Okay. The one who having the buddhi and he are doing the karma with durena hevaram hi karma buddhi yoga dhananjaya buddhau sharanamanvischa manvischa krupanaha palahetavah. So the one who are sharana, what is a sharana means? Sharana is completely surrendering oneself. The one person who is buddhi yoga, by using the buddhi yoga, if he is able to surrender himself in the buddhi, that knowledge, wisdom, that person is going to be succeed in pursuing of the atma. That people is known as the buddhi people. The one who is expecting palahetavaha means expecting the result. This person is known as krupanaha. Okay. Next one. Buddhayukto jahati ubhe sukruta dushkrute. What happens? So the result is following it. The one person who is doing buddhi yoga, by using the buddhi yoga, what the result will come? Buddhi yukto jahati ha ubhe sukruta dushkrute. So iha means in this jahati iha jahati ha. So the one who is able to jahati means crossing. Okay, iha means in this lifetime or in this loka. So the one buddhi yukto. So the one person having that kind of buddhi, he will cross this world or in this lifetime. Ubhe sukruta dushkrute. Ubhe means both sukruta and dushkruta. Sukruta means whatever the good will. Dushkruta means whatever the bad. Tasmat yogaya yujjasva yogaha karmasu kaushalam. So that's why you have to be profound in performing the yoga. Yoga means it's not the asana, it's not the pranayama. It's the yoga means whatever it is mentioned in this sloka. So balance, maintaining the siddha siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. So once you are able to set your mind to that state of taking everything, whether it is success or failure in the equal tone, that kind of balance is known as the yoga. And when you establish that kind of yoga, so you will cross in this lifetime with the buddhi yoga, sukha dukkam both. I mean, whatever the good thing, good karma and bad karma, both you will cross in this lifetime. That's why you have to perform that kind of yoga. So, yoga karmasu kausalam. Whatever the karma, the skillfulness of the karma. So you have to do the karma, but you does not expect anything from the anything or from that karma. That is you have to do the karma without any result, without expecting any result. You have to maintain that detachment. So even though you are maintaining that detachment, whatever the result, either it is success or failure, you have to take it as in the positive tone. Once you have to take, you are able to take that thing as a positive tone, that is known as karma so kausalam, skillfulness, performing the karma with a skillfulness. Okay, that is yoga karma so kausalam. And what is there? Two more slokas there as per end. Srimajam buddhiyuktahi phalam tyaktva manishinah janma bandha vinirmuktaha padam gachanti avyayam. What is the padam here? Padam means that paramapadam iti uchante. Paramapadam means, what is the paramapadam? That is the ultimate moksha, liberation, emancipation, whatever it is. Whatever you may call, that is the padam. Karmajam buddhiyuktahi phalam tyaktva manishinah. So, whatever the people are there, buddhi yukta, those people, phalam tyaktva, whatever phalam means, phalam tyaktva, he doesn't care about the phala, result. Janma bhanda vinirmuktaha. So whatever the janma means janma bhanda. What is the janma bhanda? The process of life and death. From that, vinirmuktaha. So he will be gain mukti from that the cycle of birth and death. And after that, he will go to the padam gachanti avyayam. He will go to that, gachanti means he will go to avyayam, which is not vyaya, which is cannot be, mm, get vyaya. This is the correct word of vyaya. Any help? Hmm. Padam gachanti avyayam. So, are you guys listening?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So, can you give any synonym of vyaya? So, cannot pick it up right this time at this moment.
Where is like decreasing something?
Okay, take it as. But decreasing is not fitting correctly. But what is the? But at this moment we can take it. No, just okay. Hmm. कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता हि फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ता पदं गच्छन्ति अव्ययम्। यदा ते मोहकलिकं बुद्धिर्व्यतितरिष्यति तदा गन्तासि निर्वेद श्रोतव्यस्य श्रुतव्यस्य च. And it is it's not important from the exam point of view, but up to 51 it is important from the exam point of view. And after that there is a sloka. This is also, it's connecting between the, after listening to the sloka only Arjuna get the doubt of how Sthita Prajna will talk, walk, be there in the samadhi state. So Shruti Vipratipannate yata स्थास्यति निश्चल समाधावचला बुद्धिः tada yoga avapsyasi. So when that yoga, perfect yoga will come means Shruti Vipratipannate. First you have to get good knowledge from the Veda. You have to retain that knowledge in your mind about that all the supreme self or divine consciousness. Once you get into that state, in that divine consciousness only you have to get lost of yourself. What it means by yourself means that ego part of thing. It's not important from the exam point of view, but it is important in general. So after that, the Sthita Prajnata will come. What are the important slokas means? All are important. Questions can form anywhere, but just be mindful from which adhyaya this kind of content has been. And also, if there are two or three characters or the characteristics or features are saying, please mindful about that sloka. And if you are attempting in English, try to get the meaning of synonyms for that exact word. Or if you, it is too good if you remember the sloka. So that is about the second adhyaya. We have completed our second adhyaya, that is a Sankhya Yoga. Tomorrow we will look into the third adhyaya. Tomorrow we'll complete third adhyaya completely. So any questions from today's?
Ma'am, do we remember to the shlokas number 2?
It's a very rare, hit. Sometimes they will ask sloka number, but if there is a popular sloka, definitely we have to remember the number. If you don't have to remember the number,
Which one,
you can.
ma'am?
Sorry,
Which shokla?
which slokas are important? That's the question.
Like 48 and 50 yoga is mentioned, so they are very important.
Ma'am.
No, those are very important. Why? Because they have asked it earlier, right?
So do we mention only the slokas number or the meaning of the slokas, ma'am, in the examination view?
So in the examination view, you have to remember the meaning of the sloka. Why? Because sometimes there is a sloka. Yesterday we named in the
Yes.
previous class we looked at
Hmm.
kamat krodha jayate krodha sammoha smriti vibraha. Many times it has been asked that the sequence. First one is what?
Uh,
Arrange the sequence. So for that to remember, you have to understand the content, right? Some other times it has been asked that they have given the sloka like na sato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate satha. Let's say they will give one line like this. If you, my screen is in sharing only, right? They will give only this one line, and they will keep this line in the under quotes. They will give the four options. It is from second adhyaya, this sloka number, second adhyaya, third adhyaya, this sloka number, fourth adhyaya. From which? So it is, those are, these kind of questions are unpredictable. But whatever during our class it is being discussed, just give some light on those topics. If possible, just do like a parayana. It's like a good to. It's not only exam point of view. In general point of view also, it is good to recite Bhagavad Gita, right? That's what my feeling. I used to do like that only. So that's the thing. So don't stress more on the to remember the sloka number. Just go with the flow. At least have a divide that. If it is a big chapter, divide that. Either it is in the range of 1 to 20 or 20 to 30, or keep some range. try to identify the content from this range to this range. So if any question coming from the Sthita Pragnata, okay, it is 54 to the end. So is there any examples given there? Yeah, there is a one boat example is there, and there is a one river and the sea example is there. So it's like that, frame something within your mind so that it will be easy to answer the question if their question number is okay. Content, however, we have to remember. Not all of it. No. Just read everyday ones. It will be easy.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, please repeat the sloka number 29.
29.
Yes, ma'am.
That this one.
Yes,
Hmm.
ma'am.
Okay. I will go with the Sanskrit only. Basically, I'll learn in that way only. So that will be easy. Okay. Acharyavat pashyati kaschidena. Acharyavat pashyati kaschid enam. Enam means this Atma. Kaschid means some people. Acharyavat pashyati. So surprisingly, they will look at that Atma thing, whatever we are saying about the Atma which is described in 16 to 28. They will listening to that and seeing that some people are saying, they will come to that point of surprising. Oh, is that like that kind of
Mhm.
expression.
Ma'am,
Ah,
ma'am, some see the soul is amazing. Some people, that means the who are they? Some people, that is the Gyani people or the normal people.
so all people are normal people. When they realize this thing is there, then only they will become Gnan.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so somewhere in the Bhagavad Gita also it is mentioned like there are thousands of people who are trying to reach me, but out of thousand, only
Mm-hmm.
one is able to catch me.
Oh, oh, oh.
Right? So from
Yes, ma'am.
there,
Yes, yes, I can understand that.
okay. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ma'am. Now I can understand.
Okay, great. Anything else?
Ma'am, first group of shlokas, they decide the characteristics of Atma and then Sthit Pragya. Characteristics of Sthit
Then Sthita
Pragya.
Prajna. In
54 to
between
70. I think.
54 to 72. Second
Okay, ma'am.
Adhyaya has 72 slokas. Okay, there's a 54 to 72. And from 16 to up to 53, it talks about the Atma Swarupa. But in between, few other talks also there. Like they talk about the uh, karma, they talk about the trigunas, they are giving the examples. You have to, gather the uh, slokas content wise. That will be helpful.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
So
Okay, ma'am.
everyone talks about the yoga karma kaushalam and the sloka about that. That is yoga uchyate. So in what context that two slokas has been mentioned there? That kind of perspective you have to maintain. So what is the linking sloka to that sloka? If you have this kind of thing, you never get wrong about the question. Not only the
Mm-hmm.
question, the content wise. Okay, shall we conclude the session?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Sorry about yesterday. I'm a little bit sick yesterday. I got
Okay,
to
ma'am.
know you guys are waited. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Well.
Thank you.